Hey guys, Xaryu here, and today we're going to look at two games. I'm playing some Warrior Mage Druid, which is quickly becoming one of my favorite comps. It was actually the first comp I got Gladiator with back in the day, and yeah, this was definitely a very fun queue session, but a couple games of Warrior Mage Druid versus some RPS. So I'm going to go over actually one loss and one win, because I kind of like that, because I don't win every game, and I like to show, games that kind of didn't really go right and games that went wrong. So here we're trying to go on the Shadow Priest and CC the Rogue and the Shaman as much as possible. We're going to try to do some CC such as Sheep Shaman 3 times, Clone Rogue 3 times, then switch it. So we're cloning the Shaman and then sheeping the Rogue. That's kind of the whole general idea. We can also fear the Shaman if clones don't stick and stuff like that. This is the first, or one of the, actually I don't know the order of these games, if this was before or after, but this is the first game, this is the loss. So I'll start just commentating this game. So I spell steal the shield on the Siphene and then kill the Siphene. So Siphene is Shadow Priest, one of the biggest damage bursting abilities they have. So you want to kill that Siphene as soon as you can. So as soon as that Siphene spell steal the shield, boom, ice lands it, it's dead. So we're basically just training Shadow Priest. I'm getting sheeps on the Shaman. So I get a sheep on the Shaman there. My Druid looks like he's in a little bit of trouble, so I start sheeping the Rogue. The Rogue gets sheeped. There's a shockwave that goes out on the Shaman and the Priest, and I just start building up icicles onto the Priest. I see the Shaman is still on sheep DR, so we can't really make any big CC chains happen right now, and I have no kick either. We want to try to lock down as many VTs as possible, Vampiric Touches as possible from the Shadow Priest with our Spell Reflect, Kicks, Stuns, Cyclones, because once he gets too many VTs rolling, he starts to become invincible. There's the Siphene, it comes out, it instantly dies. I kill that Sky Fury Totem, I sheep the Shaman. Going for a resheep on the Shaman. That Sky Fury Totem is definitely very important as well. I pop my Ice Form and we actually get a huge amount of damage here and we end up getting dispersed. This game is looking not too bad right now. The full sheep is followed with Fear from the Warrior, and I have a big Glacial Spike on the Priest. I popped Temp Shield right there, probably a bad Temp Shield actually. Still just getting more Icicles on this Priest, kind of waiting for this DR to come up. The Poly DR is back up on the Shaman, so I can go for a sheep on the Shaman soon, but it is pretty difficult sometimes. I'm going for it there, but looks like I get stopped. Nova the Rogue tried to get it, so I go ahead and sheep the Rogue because they kidding my Druid. You always want to keep track of your teammates CC and stuff and peel for them. So I sheep the Rogue twice there, 3 times now, and then he goes into a full clone. I try to kill that Sky Fury, I actually get rooted here, so I can't actually finish it off. Sky Fury's dead and the Siphene's dead. So a lot of this is just babysitting, killing the totems, killing the Siphenes, making sure, nothing is going too wrong. Trying to still go for that sheep, but with the sub-rogue on the enemy team, he's always cheap-shotting me or kicking me when I'm trying to get it. I was forced into the block there with just a huge amount of damage. Ground comes down, still can't get this sheep, and I think this is where the game really goes wrong. Since this weird positioning here up on the bridge, I can't get sheeps for a very, very long time, and we pretty much ruined our kill opportunity. So I finally get a sheep there, and the massive spell goes off. So another thing, every time you get a sheep, you have to cover it with a kick or a stun. So I got a full sheep there finally, and the massive spell went off, and we couldn't get any counter pressure from it. So the thing I learned from this game is, gotta cover the sheep with the massive spell, and you can't really just play in on them unless you're actually getting the sheep, because you're all just going to rot. So we can do a lot more like pushing in, pushing out type of thing, and we want to play more by a pillar if we can. So on Blade's Edge, we can maybe even play down below where the pillar's at, or something like that. But we do really want to stick on that Priest as much as we can to stop those VTs from going out. But we could kill Rogue or Shaman in a swap if that really presented it to us. So we go invisible here at the start, just like always. I mean, the goal opener would be to sheep the Shaman and open the Priest, but sheeping a good Shaman out of stealth isn't really going to happen because they're going to spam wind shear, they're going to ground, they're going to do something, right? So there's the grounding that comes out. Like I said, I kill the grounding with an Ice Lance, the Rogue opens up on me, and it looks like I'm not going to be able to get a sheep here. Trying to spell steal the Priest just to try to get that Earth Shield. Still trying to go for a sheep. The Rogue gets full Cyclones, that's really good. Storm Bolt and a Cyclone there on the Rogue. Trying to just stop. So this game, I think we actually communicated, all right, let's stop every single VT from this Priest, or as many as we can, with kicks, cyclones, stuns, whatever, spell reflects. So I think we did a decent job, or a better job this game in doing that. That was a pretty bad opener though. We didn't get too many cooldowns. I guess we got Priest Trinket here. I kind of wasted my Ice Form though. I wasn't very happy with my Ice Form usage. The Siphene's up, and we immediately go to it, spell steal that shield and kill it. Back up onto the Priest here, get the grounding. Kind of wasted grounding right there. go for some sheeps on the rogue and some cyclones on the rogue. And I kind of want to sheep the shaman, but it's sometimes very, very difficult. So as you can see, I'm trying to sheep him here. Blink, ice flows, blink, sheep. There it is. There's the combo. And he gets the massive spell off. So I didn't have a kick for that. I guess my warrior didn't have any stops either. And he ended up getting that MD. So before I get these sheeps, I really do need to communicate. Alright, can we stop this? My druid's under so much pressure right now. I killed the Sky Fury totem, and I start sheeping the rogue. And I'm actually very surprised he lives. I Nova the rogue too. Full peel mode right here, because my druid went to, like, it looked like under 1% there. That was actually insane. So we're hitting rogue just for a second. We want to get back on the priest as soon as we can. I spell seal at her shield. Rogue's getting cloned up a couple times. I get a pretty nice glacial spike here, or I thought it was going to be. It was only 250k or so, because I guess I had no black icicle procs. Sheep rogue a little bit. Couple times actually. I get step kicked on it, and now we're just sticking back here on the priest. This is kind of like the name of the game. You sit on priest, you CC the rogue and the shaman. The problem is, with the priest MDs, the grounds, the shears, the step kicks, and all this stuff, it's very, very difficult to land these sheep. So there's another step kick on my sheep setup for that shaman. We actually clone the priest here, so the shaman can't heal the priest. That's another, very, very good tactic. If you heal the guy, or clone the guy that you're on, he can't receive any healing. So we actually get a clone on the rogue, a sheep on the shaman, and now we're hitting the priest really hard. He gets that MD off, but it's not too big of a deal, because I get a resheep. I had no CS at that time. I have CS now. It just came up. And we actually get another disperse. This is looking very, very good. We fought these guys a lot. We won a couple times, lost a couple times. But I thought these games were just super, super fun. That's why I wanted to do a commentary on them. But, alright, so let's see. Going for a Blink Sheep on the Shaman here. He actually has a little bit more on that DR. I get a Kona Cold, 70% slow on all three of them, which is very nice. I get sheared on my Sheep attempt, so I just start casting a Glacial Spike. You always just want to start casting something else. If you get kicked, start casting something else, If you get kicked in Sheep, start casting Frost. If you get kicked in Frost, start casting Evan Bolt. If you get kicked in Evan Bolt, start casting Sheep again. So I spam Sheeping the Rogue. My Druid and Warrior are both in a lot of trouble, but we can start turning this pressure around onto the Priest. The Priest MCs me, which is actually a very, very good MC, because he knows he was in trouble there if he didn't do that. He MCs me, and then his healer can end up topping him off, and it stops the resheep from happening. So we get tons of damage here, and the Shaman's forced to link. And this is the cool part. So I swap to the Shaman with a huge Glacial Spike and actually just one-shot him in that swap. So I thought that was super, super cool. We did have a couple games against these guys where I killed Priest. I think a game where we killed the Rogue. So I can upload those games as well. But that's kind of the whole general idea. You can kind of swap around. You can even kill a Rogue in a stun if he has no Trinket. But regardless of what you want that triple CC and just line up the kill. So if we were killing Rogue, for example, we'd want to maybe Cyclone or Sheep the Shaman and Cyclone or Sheep the Priest, vice versa, whichever one we didn't do on one and we do on the other. But yeah, that's pretty much how these games went. They were so much fun yesterday. Shout out to Wiz, little Wizzle, and the Shaman and the Rogue, Naj and Dill. Those guys are awesome. Make sure to thumbs the video up if you liked it. Thumbs it down if you didn't. Let me know what you want to see in the comments down below. And here, I'm just going to play my reaction for you guys as the game goes on. Get the gun, get the gun, get the gun! Yeah, I got him, bitch! Woo! I'm still dead, still dead, still dead! What are you fucking talking about, man?